the Utah Jazz and the Toronto Raptors. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Doris Burke courtside. Next to me, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr in the booth. The starters for the Utah Jazz and for Toronto.
You know, one of the things you have to do when you're trying to turn a franchise around, like the Raptors are, you have to control your home floor. And the team made some improvements a year ago, especially defensively under Dwayne Casey, but they still have not been able to be consistent winners in Toronto, and that's the next step for them.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Kramer. That is good.
Great move to get to the bucket and lay that one in. He's got the softest touch around the basket. Impressive.
Down low, here's Kramer. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas. Steve just brought up the Raptors here at home, and, you know, Steve, they were 13 and 20 for him last season, so not exactly defending the Air Canada Center by any means. And Clark, as you make the move as a franchise, that becomes like the first thing that you got to show, that you can protect home court.
Well said, Kevin. You can't expect to be a playoff team if you're not north of 500 on your home floor. So the Raptors have brought in some talent and should and could do a better job of it this year.
They grab their own miss, and at last they get one to fall.
Nice putback. That's why you want guys working hard on the boards at both ends of the floor.
Now we're going to get a chance to check in with Doris Burke, who had a talk moments ago with head coach Ty Corbett. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he's certainly mindful of the shot-blocking presence they'll run up against inside, but he doesn't want them shying away offensively. If anything, he said, we've got to be aggressive, but also patient. If we can be deceptive in the way we attack, and there are ways to do that, we can be successful inside. Guys, let's see how successful they can be.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And dealing with the sort of defense they're facing is not an easy challenge.
No, but they've got a few weapons of their own that they can counter with, so it's not exactly a one-sided battle.
Maybe so, Steve, but those weapons are still going to have to perform at a really high level for them to have a chance to be successful.
Here's Douglas. James Harden picking up that last basket. That's good.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all three from the field.
You know, Tony Douglas had the starting point guard role early last season for the Knicks, but just didn't run with it. He struggled with his shooting and his playmaking, so it became a season to forget for him on an individual basis as Jeremy Lin took his starting job.
5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Westfall. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And Tony Douglas, I think you'd say Clark in his first 2 seasons in the league prior to last season had been a pleasant surprise. But, you know, as Steve just said, last season was really a struggle.
Yeah, the growth isn't always going to be a straight line north. A late first rounder showed he could shoot the 3 and play tough defense, a little undersized when he has to play 2 guards. But he's still a guy that I think is going to be very productive going forward.
Tyrus Thomas has checked in for Noah. Chris Humphries has checked in for Utah. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And it's Love penetrating. The rebound by Humphries.
You know, the Jazz had tremendous size up front and down low, so no surprise that this was a very strong rebounding team. One of the best in the league in gobbling up caroms.
Raptors trail by 6. Knocked loose. Here's Douglas. This one for 3. Second chance shot. Here's Kramer. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. He has 6.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
No good off the drop step. Back to the Jazz and rebounding. Steve, 3rd overall in the league last year, to be exact.
Yeah, they've got a lot of depth on that front line, plenty of young talent, and a lot of energy. And those are good traits to have when you're trying to become a good rebounding club. And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
First free throw is good.
The Utah Jazz are known for playing a very physical brand of basketball. Tough down low, not being afraid to take contact or initiate it. It's just how they've always identified themselves as a team.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Thomas. Jones comes in for Kawhi Leonard. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Earl Watson is subbed in for Tony Douglas. And it's Brown missing.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
The kick out to Brown. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Tries for the alley-oop. Throws it from deep. The shot is off. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Jazz lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.